Hey guys, what's happening? It is Eric Swanson hanging out with y'all in this beautiful evening of June something. I think it's June. What do you guys think it is? I'm pretty sure it's June. Actually, you know what? It's June 4th. And hats off and happy birthday to our buddy, our rock star speaker, our the international hypnotist, everything, like hypnotist to best-selling author to, I call him therapist, Steve Taubman. Happy birthday to him, and shout out to him. Give him a happy birthday shout out here. That's awesome. And today's June. It is June 4th, and let's see if I'm live. Am I live? Are you guys jumping on? What's happening? Because I've got some cool things to talk about tonight, and I did a little change of scenery. If you can tell. I'm let me see if I'm live. Hold on one second. You guys jumping on? What's happening? Sounds good, doesn't it? I set up the mic right behind you there. I've got the camera action here. I got the lighting, and check out the background. This is cool. I'm in my little Zen garden. Now I got to tell you, it's about 212 degrees right over there. Like I'm not even kidding. It's crazy hot in this town. I'm in Scottsdale area, and this is my place. My place is, well, inside there, as you can see the doors right there. This is my courtyard. That's the pool, and it's like 200 degrees out there. So you don't see it right now, but literally below me, underneath me, right here. I should just pick it up. I have a fan. If I could go like this and just pick it up, I would show you this fan that's literally underneath me. It's just blowing on me. So if you see any of my hair moving or something, it's because of the fan. That's so funny. So what's going on, kids? Kids, I say kids. I don't know why I say kids, but I say kids. Hey, comment, by the way. Let me know you're here. That'd be great. Let me know who's jumping on and where you're coming in from, like which part of the country, if you're in the U.S. or if you're in Canada, or if you're in, we have so many people in different parts of the country that we connect with all of our colleagues and our connections. So where are you calling in from? Or calling in from? I guess you're not calling, but where are you coming in from? We've got, so let us know where you're coming in from, okay? So I see Daryl Santel just jumped on. Obviously put in, I'm from Houston, all right? Brian, where are you calling in from? Let us know. That'd be awesome. So I'd love to get some comments down there to see which parts of the world you're in. I love that. I love seeing that. Doug Walls, what's up, man? Good to see you. Where are you calling in from, man? We got somebody who's in hot Anthem, Arizona. I'm telling you, it's like 212 degrees right around here. I carry a green iced tea with me everywhere I go now. I'm telling you. I used to anyway, but it's just really hot. It's really hot. I don't know how you guys do it out here. Aaron Garcia, what's up, man? Where are you calling in from, Aaron? Let us know. Today I want to talk about the topic of, it's kind of, I know it's a little, well, it's somewhat off topic. Okay, what I mean by that is it's somewhat off topic, meaning this world is a little nuts right now, a little crazy. We all are, rightfully so, right? Things are just, with the pandemic and all these pandemics that are going on. I mean, they're both pandemics, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, right? So what I'm saying is, I know this is going to seem a little off topic, but then again, maybe it's on topic. I have something in my eye, by the way, and the fan's right below me blowing up on me, so it's funny. But this may be on topic. And what I mean by that is maybe we do need to surround ourselves with the right, not the right, but yes, the right individuals, right? That are going to help you and grow your mental attitude of awesomeness and your business and your all these things that are happening in the world right now, where keeping you structured to grow, to continue to strive and never give up, right? And for me, it's all about surrounding myself with the right type of people. That's why literally I connected and collaborated with some superstars. And you know what? We should like bring them on. That'd be kind of cool if we just like impromptu. You know what? I'm kind of that guy. I'm gonna do that. That's a good idea. Let me grab my phone. Hold on. Let me text. I'm gonna text a couple of these individuals and see if they're available. They're probably like shopping or protesting. I don't know what they're doing, but let's see what they're doing. I'm going to send them a quick message here. Let's see if they can jump on. That'd be really cool. Let me say hi to a couple more people here. So we've got Doug Walls is in Florida. Awesome. In which part of Florida are you? Let us know that. Doug Walls says, only 81 degrees. That's amazing. Dude, we got like 212 out here. It's really about 100, 110 or 102 or something like that. It's crazy. 3 inches of rain. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's nuts. So Aaron Garcia's in San Diego. I should post some of these, shouldn't I? Hey, Brian Vandermeulen. Good to see you, buddy. Hot Anthem. That's right. You're right up the street here from Scottsdale area. Aaron Garcia, Aaron and Veronica. What's up? San Diego. Love it. Love it. Love it. And Daryl Santel is shy now. He doesn't want to say Houston, but he's from Houston. We got Doug Walls there. Excellent. Good to see you, Doug. What's up, buddy? Doug, why do you have a supermodel behind you? What's going on there? Is that a meme? What's happening? Just kidding. That's your wife, isn't it? That's awesome. So Sebring, awesome. I don't know where that is, man. That's got to be somewhere in Florida. That's awesome. All right. So let's check something over here on my Facebook, and then what I'm going to do is, you know what? I think that. So I message these individuals, see what they're doing. If they're just hanging around, they can come on in, and we can have a little conversation and a little a little topic conversation about collaboration and connecting with the right individuals. And really, to preface it, I'll tell you what. It's all about masterminding with the right individuals. So I had the distinct pleasure of meeting some amazing individuals and leaders and mentors of mine, from Brian Tracy to Jim Rohn, to all these different mentors that I've had throughout my life. And I actually had the pleasure of working and just sharing my time and stages with the president of Napoleon Hill Foundation. Amazing. Are you guys familiar with, in fact, I brought it right here. Are you familiar with this book right here, Think and Grow Rich? Wow, it's amazing. So we'll chat about that a little bit. In fact, you know what? Here, let's bring on a great individual. This young lady is just kicking butt. She's got somebody awesome. She's a world of knowledge, and I think she jumped on, which is awesome. So let's bring her on. Let's bring on Miss Shannon Parsons, ladies and gentlemen. What's up?
Hey.
How are you?
So good. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm good. What were you? I just texted you. What are you, just hanging out in front of the Zoom call?
Yeah, with the kids, we're watching a movie.
Oh, nice. Which movie are they watching?
A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger. Old school,
Really?
back in the day. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What are you guys up to? Are you creating shenanigans here on Facebook?
Yeah. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. A friend of mine said in one of his lives the other day, or yesterday, he says, yeah, we're in this situation. He called it like a situation, but he called it a situation because it's the world's crazy. So amazing. Pardon me. So you don't make your kids watch. Now you have 9 children? Is that right? You don't make them. How many do you have?
4.
That's still 9 to me. I mean, anything over 1. Anything 1 and over is a lot for me. I mean, I'm telling you. So you don't make them. You don't tell them. Okay. Are they all named the same name, like George 1, 2, 3, 4, like that? Do you go, yeah. Hey, Georges, go watch The Secret?
Yeah, they're all called guys.
Guys, hey guys.
Or they're called dude, and usually that's followed by the word seriously. So mostly they think their name is dude seriously.
Dude seriously? Really?
Yeah.
A friend of mine asked me. He goes. Oh, so I was hanging out with another friend of mine, and she had. I think 3 kids, I think. And he's like, 3 kids. Wow. I go, yeah. 3, one's 1. I said 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1, 4. He's like, whoa, those are short kids. I was like, that's not the one. It was this.
That's funny.
So today we are talking about, I appreciate you came in on. Oh, somebody said they married up. There we go. Doug Walls married up.
Nice done.
If you guys are just joining, come in and say hi and let us know who you are and where you're coming in from, because that's really cool. We got Veronica, and Veronica Mendez says, hi, Eric and Shannon. Hi, Eric and Shannon.
Hey.
Good to see you all. We should bring them in too and say hi. So we got somebody saying super cool, but I'm not sure who it is because, well, I don't know. It's a nameless, faceless, not sure. So today I was talking about just the power of collaboration and connecting with the right individuals. And I wanted to bring you on because I know you're one of our main team leaders for our mastermind. We're mastermind. So talk to us a little bit about that because I know. I mean, oh my God, Shannon, I've had some amazing breakthroughs. As you know, like let's just be honest and vulnerable about this, okay? I'm just gonna tell you straight out, and you know this. Like I called you in panic mode, going, 5 weeks ago, going, oh, what am I gonna do? Should we do this? This is great, or what? Or and I was a little nervous because I've never really ran a mastermind. That's why I was like, Shannon, I need you, and you're like, okay, little guy, hold on, I'll help you out. But just being vulnerable, I'm learning that apparently people like me being vulnerable. I don't know why, but it was all about like just getting out of my own way and really it's interesting because the mastermind is a way for people to grow and to get out of their own way and to move to the next level. And I was putting it together for them, yet I'm benefiting from it in a major way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, isn't that the most beautiful thing about being in our industry? And especially with the work that we do is that we're learning from each other as we're teaching. So we never have it all figured out. We might have an expertise in one area of our lives, but we're all on a journey. That's the whole part of being a human. There's always something to learn. And if I can learn from you and you can learn from me and we expand our circle, we can be the teacher and the student at the same time.
Absolutely. I love the way you said that. It's so true. So tell me a little bit more, it's in the mastermind, what's a mastermind mean to you? I mean, for me, I could tell you 5 different components that I really believe that it should have and so forth. And I'm fairly new to this whole thing, but what are your thoughts that a true awesome mastermind should have?
A true awesome mastermind must have people that you admire. You need to be able to have a certain amount of admiration and respect for the people that you're learning from. What is it about them, about the way that they live their life or what they're creating out in the world that you want to bring into your life? Because if you can see them as someone that you can learn from, then your heart's going to be open, your mind is going to be open, and it just creates this beautiful cohesion of energy that helps us all grow. So for you and me and John, who are all co-leading this mastermind together, like you said, we're getting as much out of it as the attendees because we all have gifts that we can share and learn from each other. So definitely people that you admire.
I love that. That's awesome. So what's the definition of a mastermind for you? I know one of the important things is people that you admire, but what is really the definition of a mastermind?
Well, the way that I was trained, to understand a mastermind is bringing together a group of individuals who all have the same goals, who are forward thinking, who are positive minded, who are givers of heart and spirit because they want to grow and they want to see everybody else around them grow as well. So really coming together in the spirit of collaboration. You have an expertise, I have an expertise. 12 minds are greater than one when we can see outside of our own tunnel vision and get insight and understanding on how we can expand and grow, to be vulnerable so that we can expand and grow. I think that's really what it's about.
You bring up the vulnerability part. That's really cool. I'm learning that. And it's really cool how it's a safe place. Can you elaborate a little bit more about the safe place? Because it's so cool. And we're doing them all virtually, by the way. I know masterminds there, a lot of them, most of them, or a lot of them are in person. Right now we're doing them virtually. So we have people coming in from all parts of the world.
Yeah, the part about being authentic or vulnerable or whichever buzzword you want to use right now, right? All about showing up as yourself. Because it all comes down to none of us have it all figured out. And if we come in with this armor of I know everything and nobody can help me, then you're not going to get anything out of it. But if we can create this safe space where everybody can let their guard down and go, you know what? I'm actually really struggling with this. This is who I really am underneath all the amazing things I've done. Here is where I really need help. It lets that person get the support that they need, but it also lets us show up as a champion. It lets us share our own gifts And it creates this beautiful safe space, like you said, where we can just be who we really are. And especially with the internet and everybody being so disconnected as they are these days, it's so nice and so important to be able to just be seen and heard and validated, because when we have that as humans, the sky's the limit. And I think that's why our attendees are making such fast progress in what they're doing, is because they're being seen and heard and understood. They're asking for help. And then we're just quick. We're just like, oh, here you go. Here's the resource that you need. And it just creates something beautiful that most of us have heard exists. Oh yeah, I've heard of being supported and heard and understood. Don't know what that is. Well, we found it.
Right. And it's so true. And, okay, so let's dive into that, because I love the fact that our members, we're having breakthroughs like already, like, and I'm talking about like serious, like we can see or physically, like I'm not going to mention names, of course, but we had one member that was just, he or she, I won't say gender, he or she was just like really in tears and crying and stopped, and it was so cool how I saw, and this is on a Zoom, okay? It's a private Zoom, obviously. Nobody can see it except the members. But what was cool is you could see all the boxes, like the Brady Bunch boxes, right? And all of us, we just all leaned in, and we're like all looking at that box going, no, we're here. We want to help you. We want to pick you up. And that's what they did. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I mean, you were there. How did that?
Yeah.
It was so beautiful to see.
It's beautiful because, again, these people have only known each other for a short period of time. And we all kind of noticed that there was a drop in energy of one of our attendees. And when that person was able to go, you know what, this is how I'm feeling. And even if those words are being choked out, we get to rally behind that person. Yeah. We get to show our love, show our support, show that person that this is just a little blip. And it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. We are your safe space. And then by the end of 10 minutes, the energy had completely shifted, and it ended up in a sing-along jam.
Yeah. We're all dancing and we're singing, and she was playing the guitar. I think it was a guitar, and singing the song. And she actually wrote a song for one of our other speaker friends. It was just beautiful. And I text John as well. We'll see if he can impromptu jump on here. That'd be so cool.
I know he's been so busy. He said he should be able to come on. So
yeah, we'll see if he can jump on in a second. Let's see. There's another member. Interesting enough. So there was another experience recently, this past session that we had last Monday, and the individual was really I could tell the individual was very not taken back. What's the word? Frustrated. Okay. Frustrated. And they were really honest with us because I asked them, me, I'm going to go in there and be like, hey, I got a question. I go, time out. And you keep on holding the sign going, Eric, it's not your time. Do you have the sign?
This is the sign for Eric. Here you go.
I think you turned it into
back on the track.
Yeah. You showed me the stop sign at that point. And I was like, no. I go, time out. I love being able to say, John and Shannon, time out. I'm going to take over for 1 second here. Because I really wanted to connect with this individual and ask them what the issue was, because something was really challenging that person right then. And I could tell. And you know what they said is, they said, well, so each of us have opportunity chairs, right? That we can bring up what we're working on that week or that month or that last couple of weeks, and what we want help with, right? And we all collaborate to help each other. And remind me to talk about Rolodex, by the way, in a little bit. But so this person said, this person was going kind of last on the Rolodex, on the opportunity chair, and the individual just said simply, I'm looking at all of you guys, and I'm hearing all of your successes over the last 2 weeks, and I feel like you said you've got this, you said you've got that. They were talking about websites and design and funnels and this and that, and this person said, I just don't have any of that, and I'm really, really depressed and frustrated, and I'm bummed. She was upset, And I said, no problem. Check this out. I go, hey guys, how many of y'all would like to assist her with these? Every hand went up. Like we're all like, well, I'll help you with this. I'll help you with that. And that brings me to the Rolodex part. Oh, guess what? We have our other team leader, John. Can I bring him in? All right, we'll bring him in. All right, let's see. He's probably at a football game. What's up?
I'm in the middle. It's a sandwich.
It's a Shannon witch.
No, it's a sandwich. Don't mess it up.
It's not a no witch part. Okay, got it. All right.
No, Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Right, there you go. You got it.
Dude,
it's like Shan Wow. She's so Shan Wow.
That's what Lindsay called me. Shan Wow.
You should see my puppy. My puppy keeps on, I have a production assistant, my puppy, and he keeps on giving me this. So I'm like, no, I really don't need this right now. I'm literally on a call. Come here and say hi if you're going to say hi. Come on up. Say hi. All right. Say hi. And now, okay, but here it is.
What's the dog's name?
Come say hi. Annoying is his name. Annoying. It's ANN. My dog's name is Samuel. So I have Samuel and Jackson. Yeah.
That's
Samuel
the
Jackson
combo ever.
I can't wait to, because I met Samuel Jackson one time in Montreal, and a while back in Montreal, and the actor I'm talking about, and I finally got both dogs, Samuel Jackson. I can't wait till I'm walking the street, and I'm like, Samuel Jackson, don't poop in that lawn, and Samuel Jackson's like, it's not me, man. Anyway,
don't start rumors.
John, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, serious FOMO is what I was feeling when I realized I was missing out. But I just wrapped up some football practices, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, me too. I played football all week this week on Xbox. Anyway,
yes.
So good to see you, buddy. That's all. My hands are tired. So dude, we're talking about. By the way, our awesome, great, and amazing, great friend of the Habitude Warrior. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to change the word from Habitude Warrior to Dan Clark Warrior. Dan Clark says hi. What's up? Oh, he's saying hi to you. He's not saying hi to us. Dan, what's up, brother? You want to come on? Come say hi, man. Let's bring on Dan if he's bored. Not bored, but if he's
I got
available.
the best compliment from Dan a couple of weeks ago when I was doing another event.
Yeah? What was that?
He just complimented me on, he said I was an intuitive speaker and not just like touch my heart. He's the speaker of speakers. So to get a compliment like that from Dan, I was like, oh.
It's so true. Dan's amazing. I mean, just amazing. And a football star too, John. So Hall of Fame football star. So John, we're talking about we're talking about collaboration. We're talking about all these different things, and now we got in the conversation about masterminds. So now we're dissecting masterminds. Here's what we're talking about. So, which is really cool that you're on, because you're one of our leaders of the Habitude Warrior Mastermind. So
he's my co-pilot.
Yeah, you're the co-pilot. That's right. So we were chatting about what a great mastermind would do for people and so forth, and then we also mentioned that. I don't know if you caught this coming in there, but we mentioned the breakthroughs that some of our members are having already, which is so neat. Can you speak into that? I mean, you remember last week was just like crazy. Tell us about what your thoughts are.
Well, I did catch the end of your stories. You mentioned one of the members of our mastermind did have a moment that we got to help them break through. But one of my favorite parts about the breakthrough wasn't just on the receiving end of that one person. And this is my absolute favorite part about masterminds. This is what Napoleon Hill described in his book, Think and Grow Rich, in the mastermind chapters. This magic was created as everyone decided to chip in together to rally behind this person and to really build them up so that they could achieve more and feel less anxiety and stress. And that was so cool to watch, because while that person had the breakthrough of their lifetime, everyone else had the breakthrough of their lifetimes while they're pitching in and helping each other. And to me, it was like, this is literally word for word what Napoleon Hill wrote. This is what happens when a mastermind works together. They can solve anything. They can cure world problems, and they can overcome the biggest of challenges, even the minute challenges that people face. And that was one of my favorite parts. And so not only are people making breakthroughs on their own side for their life and in their business, The people are having breakthroughs as they help other people have breakthroughs. It's just like this breakthrough inception. I just love it. It's my favorite part about masterminds.
It's like, man, you're on fire. It's like the break inception. It's like that movie. Who's going to play it? Justin Timberlake? Who was the movie? I can't remember. The mastermindinception.com.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Somebody just put this.
Are you looking up web domains right now? I know.
Yeah. Did you see me doing that? You know, I've got 255 domains now. It's crazy. Do you guys realize that I own? I promise you, I do. Do you realize that I own the longest website in the world.com?
The longest website in the world.com.
Yes, that's mine. I also have notTonyRobbins.com. Comes right to me. I swear to God. Type it in and you'll see it. I'm serious. Anybody mistypes Tony's name or anything, it comes to me. So, it's funny. And ironically, we have masteruniversity.com and Tony's is masteryuniversity.com. It's very close. It's interesting. I didn't realize that. So, hey, check out what this gentleman just wrote down here. He says, I like masterminds. Everyone's similar. I like masterminds, everyone's similar industries, right? But often better when everyone in different industries together can learn so much in this run-on sentence. But I love that. Sorry, Daryl, I had to pick on the sentence. But I love that. So tell me, Shannon, what do you think about that?
Well, it's really interesting because some people think that a mastermind has to be with everybody that's of the same industry. And then other people think, no, they have to be different. And really the reality is what works for you. If you want to be industry specific, go for it. If you want to have some diversity, the coolest thing about that is you get to hear somebody else's expertise from something outside your own tunnel, right? When we talk about like getting out of our box or whatever analogy you want to use. I think extra magic is created when people are in different industries because they've tried different things to grow or to reach their people, that sometimes you go, oh, if I tweak that a little bit, I could use that for me. And you might be a leader paving the way, doing something completely new because you got this bright idea based on something somebody else said. So I don't think there's a lot of have to in there, but I definitely know what I love. And I love these guys.
What's up? Sandwich. Got it. Hey, by the way, Dan Clark, I just text you the link. You can jump on. So I'll see you in the green room if you like. Awesome. So let's see. I'm jealous, by the way. I got to give a shout out to Brian K. Wright. He's one of our publishers of this. I went through him to publish my magazine, the Habit to Warrior Influencers, and I gotta give a shout out and a jealousy shout out. Like he doesn't. He never says hi to me. He says hi to you, and he's like, "Great to see you."
Brian, say hi to me next, okay?
Brian K. Wright. What's up, brother? Where's the love? Where's the hi to Eric? What's up, man? Anyway, so John Kovac, nice job interviewing Steve Taubman today. It's Steve's birthday. Let's all give Steve a birthday. Ready? Yeah. Happy birthday. This is the happy birthday song I just sent him earlier today. I said, it's your birthday song. It's not very long. Hey, that was it.
It's a little chant.
All right, so there we go. Here's
there's the love. There it is.
Finally, woo! Yeah, Brian. So Brian and I know this. We do these magazines quarterly, or I do these quarterly with him, with his company, and we're going to be doing another one very shortly. Let me go full screen on this. This is a great mag. It's called Habit to Warrior Influencers. I'm apparently on the cover. I don't know how that happened, but it's really cool. And we've got, remind me to talk about Don Green in a second, guys.
Yes.
Because we have over 30, there are 33 speakers in here that are just amazing leaders in the world. And we put them in the magazine so you guys can have this. And we're going to be doing these magazines 4 times a year, so quarterly. So the next one's coming up in the next month or so. And I'll be connecting with you, Brian, so we can put we've got another summit coming up as well. And Brian, we need to get you in this magazine this time. All right. So there you go. Rock and roll. So ladies and gentlemen, Dan Clark, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Clark. Dan Clark. We have Mr. Dan Clark amongst us. How are you, Dan?
I want to be part of the Shanwich.
Anytime, Dan. Anytime. Come to San Diego, or I'll come to Utah. Either way.
Yeah.
Dan wants to be a part of the sandwich, but get rid of John and Eric. What's up?
Yeah. Now we're talking, baby. Yeah. So how are all of you? You're all healthy and safe still?
Yeah, we're awesome, man. We're awesome. Good to see you, brother. How are you? Are you in? You're right down the street from that guy, right below you there, right next to you, John and Dan.
Yeah. Taking a road trip to Phoenix. Are you in Phoenix or are you in San Diego, Eric?
I'm in Phoenix today. I'm in. It's 212 degrees. This is the layover to hell.
Yeah, I know. But I'm coming down there on Sunday for probably 5 days or so, 6 days. So I'll call you if you're going to still be down there. It'd be fun to hook up.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll walk outside and I'll make you breakfast.
Yeah, just fry a couple of eggs on the sidewalk and I'll see what's up.
Absolutely.
Right on the hood of your car.
I have hot tea waiting for you already. This was iced a second ago. It's nuts out here, dude. But yeah, when you're coming in next week? Is that what you said?
Yeah, probably
Awesome.
Sunday. So
Super
I'm fascinated
excited.
by your conversation. I don't want to hijack the conversation, but masterminds are so fascinating to me because maybe if I could just make one suggestion. I'm in my library, I love to read. I've read one book a week for the last 16 and a half years.
Wow.
And your mentor, your great friend, your hero, Brian Tracy, Eric, is also one of my heroes. And he's the one that coined the phrase university on wheels. Don't complain about commutes when you go to the doctor's office back in the day. And we'd sit there for 30 or 40 minutes and get irritated thinking that, who does the doctor think he or she is, that their time's more valuable than mine. And the way you circumvented that, the way I did, was to show up with your briefcase or some sort of a listening device and listen to a podcast. And then the nurse would come out and say, okay, Mr. Clark, the doctor's ready for you. I'm like, not yet, man. I still got 10 more minutes listening to this guy. And so it's critically important that we still, do those things, private masterminds with podcasters. That's such an amazing way to connect with others. But then to join organizations and summits like you, put together. And one of the things I'd love to throw into this conversation is a book I've read. I bet I've read it 4 times, and I've given away maybe 50 copies as gifts over the years. It's called Uncommon Friends. Sometimes it's hard to find because I think it might be out of print. But the book was written by the assistant, the right hand, the valet, if you will, of Henry Ford. And it was in the golden age when Henry Ford invented the conveyor belt system of building a car and making it affordable for the masses. And what Henry Ford and his assistant did was they moved to a cul-de-sac in Florida every summer or every winter for that time period for 2 or 3 months. And in their cul-de-sac, as neighbors, was that Henry Ford's neighbors in the cul-de-sac were Thomas Edison, Charles Lindbergh, Alexander Graham Bell, invented the telephone, and Firestone. And what this book is about is this assistant chronicled their conversations. And he said, oftentimes Edison and Ford would go out on the dock and fish without any bait. And they would literally sit there for 45 minutes and not say one word, but they could still communicate. And can you imagine the conversations that they had as they transformed and really led the Industrial Revolution? And one would say something that would trigger something in another, which would trigger something in another. And the most powerful lesson from this book, Uncommon Friends, is the same message, the power of your masterminds or all of our masterminds that we attend and that we produce. And that is, Jim Rohn was famous to say we become the average of the 5 people we associate with the most. Well, if you hang around with 5 broke people, you're going to become the 6th. If you hang around with 5 negative, whining, blaming, complaining people who talk you out of your dreams, you're eventually going to become the 6th. So the power of this book and the power of masterminds and the power of us sharing our Rolodexes and being around such positive, strong women like Shannon and extraordinary men like you all, when we get around one another, it's no longer the Me Too movement. It's no longer, why should we talk about racism and bigotry? It's like, we are so above that and beyond that. Let's figure out a way to use our influences to change the world, one person, one story, one summit, one mastermind at a time. And so I honor you, Eric. I honor you, Shannon. I'm just so fascinated by the mover and shaker that you've become, Eric. As such a young man taking the bull by the horns and saying, we are crazy enough, as Steve Jobs challenged all of us to be, we are crazy enough to change the world. We believe we can change the world one summit, one speech, one story at a time. So I didn't mean to hijack your conversation, but every time I just run across you on the net or watch Shannon behind the scenes and then be belly to belly with her in a live event to see how she thinks of everything and she takes care of every detail, while she's setting an example for all the men and all the women there that this is how you must think in order to be significant. I'm echoing what you're saying and what you're doing and challenging everybody to read that book, because the time is right. We need to create masterminds almost every week, almost every day in our lives, in our neighborhoods, in our friendships.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Clark. Oh my God.
All right.
Wow. That's amazing. And okay, so it's called Uncommon
Uncommon Friends. Yeah. I'm going to stand
Okay.
up there. I'm going to find the book so I can actually show it to you.
Excellent.
Looks like one of our listeners already went on Amazon and bought it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Amazing.
But
Yeah.
but see, what's cool, Eric, is you got the magazines and stuff. What we have to do is you and I need to spend some quiet time where we can chronicle your stories, your relationships, your experiences, and come up with your version of Think and Grow Rich, your version of Uncommon Friends. Man, I just got through reading a little while ago. Isn't it crazy? One of those experiences where,
You left it in the bathroom.
yeah, maybe washroom wisdom, you know how that goes. I'll think about it, but you can go on Amazon, buy the book. It'll blow your mind. It'll stimulate and trigger within you the significance of relationships and masterminds, which is what this conversation is all about.
It's
Absolutely.
all about the relationships. It's so amazing. My life is unrecognizable. It's been 2 years since my first mastermind. I went to a beanbag mastermind, and my life is beanbag. Is a
Okay. Explain.
beanbag mastermind at Greg Reed's house, and Steve
Okay.
Sims was the co-host. The two of them just did a mastermind, and it was like nothing I'd ever seen before. And then the other speakers that they brought in and the other attendees that they brought in, I couldn't believe what I was experiencing, because I'd always heard about this idea of collaboration and people coming together and wanting to help you. I'd never really felt that before. So being able to be around people that you admire and these people who share their Rolodexes and want you to succeed. Now look at me. I'm here with you guys. I'm getting complimented by Dan Clark. It's just amazing how Dan Clark. It's amazing how quickly
It's
he
so
grows.
funny.
If I did this on my own, I'd probably be 80 by the time I got to this point.
You know what's so crazy is that Greg Reed is the one that introduced us, Shannon.
Yeah.
And Eric has introduced me to so many movers and shakers. And it turns out that we, in the next level of relationships, end up having mutual friends. And now you and I, Shannon, know, the Scott Duffys. I mean, the list goes on and on, but it validates the significance of what Napoleon Hill said, that thoughts are things. That when we get on that certain frequency and vibration and understand the law of attraction is not about attracting who you want, it's about attracting who you are.
Mm-hmm.
What we deserve, what we believe we deserve in relationships. There's no surprise that all of a sudden the four of us are having this phone conversation, and that other people on the call are our dear friends. They might not know it yet because we think alike. We want the same things, and we're willing to focus on service before self with the attitude. One of my favorite lines from one of my best songs I've ever written. So we always leave saying, I like me best when I'm with you. I want to see you again. You put a smile on my face, Shannon, every time I see your smile, the same way, Eric. And I'd love to get to know you better, John.
I owe you golf.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, Dan Clark is by far the top compliment I've ever gotten was from Dan Clark because he's so freaking tall. He's so tall that I'm telling you. So just playing. Dan, man, you're amazing. You're amazing. So people are jumping in here saying, hi, everyone. Let's see. This is great. Excellent, excellent. And then a gentleman named Eric Zulli says, hey, Eric. Hey, Dan Clark, everyone. Woohoo.
Zulli, another one of those movers and shakers. We all love Eric.
That's right. Colleen says, hey, everyone. So awesome. And then Weldon says, wow, it's Dan Clark. What's up, brother?
Yeah, y'all crack me up, man. It's Shannon Parsons. Woo!
I'll tell you what, Dan, I can't wait till I was just having this conversation with a few other people last night, I think it was. Can't wait till we're out and about and back at the events. You know, Laura Langmeyer was saying this the other night. She goes, the last event that she actually spoke at was the Habitude Warrior. It may have been yours as well. The last one
exactly.
physical one that you spoke at. And she had like 5 of them lined up with me for the whole year, and we had to, postpone a few of them and reshuffle. But it's all about reshuffling and getting back on the awesomeness.
Can you see this?
Somebody's
is
that a photo?
Yeah. This is a picture of me and Dan Clark at our last mastermind together, and you said that you got a compliment from him. Look how tall he is next to me.
I'm telling you. That's right.
That's funny.
This guy is super tall. So that's awesome. So Dan, I really appreciate you being here and continuing the conversation. So all about collaboration and mastermind. I mean, wow, that cul-de-sac, by the way, it could be, interesting enough. Dan, I would be interested in writing this book with you if you wanted to. Dan, you and I just collaborate on a book.
Why don't we call it? We could call it the cul-de-sac.
That's what I just said.
Cul-de-sacmastermind.com.
Let it be for the record. I said it first.
Okay, but here's the challenge to all of us on this call, everyone, those on the screen and those not. What we need to do is create. This would be a great collaborative challenge.
Yeah. We
need to create a list of maybe 3 questions that we would want to ask, the Thomas Edisons, the Abraham Lincolns of the world. And we amass a list. Maybe, I wrote a book. It raised a lot of money for Coaches Against Cancer. I mean, Coaches for Cancer. And I called it 14 questions.
Yeah.
Maybe what we do is we come up with a list of questions that you, Eric, as the maestro, you get each one of us as individual players of our instruments to participate, and then you create this symphony. You weave this tapestry into a quilt of common denominators that all of us share, and you can call it whatever you want.
The cul-de-sac. I think that's a great.
I think that's a cool title. And
we need to base it off of that.
To get Shannon's take on the 3 questions, to get John's take on the 3 questions, to get Zuli's take on the 3 questions, yours, and then you expand our Rolodexes and just find out what the great thinkers of the world have in common. And I'm telling you, that's a New York Times best-selling book right there for you, brother. Let's just make it happen.
Let's do it, brother. I'm in.
I have a publishing company now.
Okay, babe. Okay,
you're publishing? Yeah.
I feel like I hijacked the whole call, and I'm so sorry, but I'm just fascinated by all of you, and I love you with all my heart. You know that. I honor you. So I'll just keep listening. I'll bow out right now, and I'm still going to be here in my library in search of my uncommon friends. I'm just ticked off. I can't find it. I knew it right in front of me.
We're still looking for it.
I am. I'm still looking for it, going, what did I do?
Found it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I wonder. I might have given it to my daughter before she moved to Arizona. Isn't that crazy?
If you just look a little to your left, over your left shoulder, it's
You're
right
so
behind you.
bad. Wouldn't that be funny I'm doing that right now? Wouldn't that be crazy?
I've done that before, by the way. I was
Yeah.
somewhere. Someone was asking for something, and I was like, "Oh, it's right behind the bar on the right-hand side." And they're like, "Hey, thanks." Literally, they found
Yeah.
it. It was hilarious.
You're
But,
so bad. Creeper looking through my window going, Dan, it's a little bit to your left.
That's right. So we got Zuli saying easy fam and Habitat Warrior, rock and roll. Dan's the man.
Good.
Colleen says brilliant. And Eric Zuli's giving shout outs to Shannon and John. There you go.
Bye.
Okay, for the record, I just found it.
No way. Let's see it.
It was next to my picture of my hero, Marcus Luttrell, lone survivor.
Yeah.
I just interviewed last Tuesday on my podcast. I just interviewed Tim Ballard, who started Operation Underground Railroad. He is literally single-handedly saved 4,000 young girls from sex trafficking, and that's him with his beautiful wife.
Wow.
At his gala raising money. But here is Uncommon Friends, boys and girls. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Even has
great.
their pictures.
Wow. All right.
Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Harvey Firestone, Alexis Carroll, and Charles Lindbergh.
Wow.
Oh, baby.
They literally all lived next door to each other. Like they would take out their recycling and be like, "Hey, Charles."
For 2 months out of the year, can you imagine the conversations they had?
Wow.
And one of them says, I've got this challenge. You got any ideas on ways to fix it? To Shannon's point.
Yeah.
And some billionaire in their audience, some billionaire at the beach, some billionaire, some inventor sitting next to them in a lounge chair on their porch says, "Have you ever thought of this?" And that suggestion, takes the Industrial Revolution to the next level. That's just mind-boggling to me, but that's what you do, Eric. I hope that's what all of us are trying to do, crazy enough to change the world.
Absolutely, man. Awesome. I love it. Thank you for joining us and sharing your amazingness. Can't wait to see you next week. You're coming down to visit your daughter, I guess?
Yep. She's pregnant, having her first baby on July 14th, so
wow.
I'm going to go down a little early and just check things out, and then I'm coming back.
I think I
might
might also go to Arizona.
I'm sorry?
I said I might also have to come to Arizona.
You got to do that. In fact, we had a Zoom baby shower for her last week with everybody jumping on from all over the country. It was so fun.
Cool.
And
hey, Dan, quick question.
She's beautiful like you, Shannon, and you'd appreciate it. I've trained her. When someone says, "Nicola, you're beautiful," she says, "Thank you. I look just like my dad." I got it wired.
Trained her. Hey, Dan.
I'm leaving the call. Thanks for inviting me on. You fly.
Wait,
listen in.
Before you leave, Dan, I want to ask you. So, let me know which dates you're coming in. Just text it to me, okay? Because if you can, I know you're going to be with family, obviously, but if you can pick one night, we can do one of our Habitude Warrior Leaders dinners where we bring in about 10 of us and we infiltrate a really cool restaurant, of course, social distancing, all that stuff. And it's all about collaboration and connection. So, Shannon, if you want to come in for that, you should. But let's do that for next week. All right?
I'd love it. Thanks.
All right, brother.
You're
the best, man. See you in a little bit.
I'm sorry I took so much of your time. I'm humbled by your friendship, and I'm so excited that you invited me aboard. So thanks.
Dude, no, man, you didn't do you're amazing, and all I have to do is edit the top of the title and put the Dan show. We're good. See you later, brother.
I'm so sorry.
He's so awesome. Dan Clark.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I wanted to add to that because Dan hit a point that I just love about masterminds. The fact that not everyone in the world can live on a cul-de-sac or on a block, on a house block with that many incredible people, though the potential of everyone is great. I think that's so amazing. And one of my favorite things about masterminds is if you lack that connection, if you lack the friendships, if you lack the network, or the word you used earlier, Eric, I love this word, Rolodex. If you lack a strong Rolodex, your connection capital isn't that wealthy. The fastest way to infiltrate that the fastest way to overcome that problem is to get into a mastermind where you will immediately build relationships that last longer than other relationships. And these are relationships that lead to the absolute amazing outcomes that most people seek. And I love that Dan hit that. And I'm going to go buy Uncommon Friends, because
I'm doing it.
That is amazing.
I'm doing it as well. I think we all need to do it. In fact, I was going to mention this this past Monday in session in Mastermind, that I believe that all of us should we should like recommend one book at least for the month, so that we pound through 12 books really quick, not quickly, but it'll be really cool to expand on that. So let's talk about that next session. Also, I want to bring up so somebody's saying incredible man right there. That's right, John Kovach, incredible man right there. So
Thank you.
That is true.
So let's talk about Rolodex real quick, because I love that, and I love the connection capital, I think you called it, which is great. Love that too. The Rolodex. So what's really website. So what's really cool about the Rolodex is the fact that between the three of us. Hi guys. Between the three of us and the people that we bring into the mastermind, the Habitude Warrior Mastermind, we know so many amazing people that will be able to help these individuals. And I'm not talking about like just the New York Times best-selling people that we know. I'm talking about, the mom and pop shop down the street that is looking to help you in that particular area, or as a resource in that area. Does that make sense? So can you guys kind of expand on that? What's that mean to you, having Rolodex? Because I've seen it. Like, we're like, oh, great, Karen, I got this, or Joe, I got this. I'm going to make up names just so I don't tell the names of the members yet. But I've got this. I'm going to connect you with that. Expect a call tomorrow. And it's really cool how that works. What are your thoughts on that, John? First.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. In fact, I want to share just a quick example. I love Rolodexes. They're kind of older. They're kind of archaic. Now we have phones. We have digital address books. But I just like honor what a Rolodex represents, and what a Rolodex for our younger listeners are listening. It's literally this paper rolling device that sits on your desk, right? And it's basically an address book, and you would flip to the letter of the person's last name and the address, and you would have their contact information on a card. And I value that so much. I even went on Amazon like several years ago, and I was like, how do I get like a gold-plated Rolodex where I can inscribe all of the most important people in my life, and how do I honor them, and how do I continue to serve them and value them and so forth. And it just goes off of your point, Eric, because that was something that I value my friendships so much. In fact, if I value them, I need to take care of them, I need to serve them, but I also need to find ways to continue to contribute to them, so that I remain part of the pack when we all move forward as the next presidents of the United States, the next attorneys, the next attorney generals, the next powerful leaders of this incredible world, or even just the next greatest authors, like the people who are educating and mentoring this world. And that's what it means to me. And that's what I kind of wanted to expound on, is that it is literally a way and a methodology of honoring and cherishing the relationships you currently have by having a strategy behind connecting with them continuously, constantly, and hopefully.
Love that. And you I keep on asking you, John, when is your book coming out? And I think a book title could simply be Rolodex. Like, that could be a fantastic title for you, because you've got so much to be able to write on that. And it's all about, collecting, or not collecting, but what do you call it? Connection capital, which I love too. But the Rolodex. The Rolodex is a New York Times bestseller, brother. If you don't take it,
it goes.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
love it. Okay.
So you read it that way? You don't read it this way. You read it that way.
Yeah, it's like a book.
Yeah, it'll be like it'll be 365 little quotes or something. That'd be kind of neat.
I love it.
Sherry Gideons says hi. We want to say hi to her. Colleen is in love with Mr. John Kovach with that description. Weldon. Here we go. Weldon Whitehurst is was born in the 1800s, and he still has one. And Colleen says, "Do it," and Sherry says, "No." Okay, whoa. I can't. I missed the whoop whoop. so that's amazing. Shannon, what's your quick interpretation of what's it mean to have a Rolodex there at literally at these masterminds?
Well, it's lightning fast connections. And so I always like to use the analogy of moving to the front of the lunch line. So literally on our call on Monday, somebody said, "Oh, I need blah, blah, blah." And I think Eric, you and I were both on our phones texting that person at the same time, the same connection.
That's right.
Whether it's somebody that's going to help you get your new invention trademarked, or it's somebody that's going to help you build a sales funnel. And now we're bringing in a graphic sales funnel builder into our next meeting to actually give advice to all of the attendees. So it's people to take action right now and connect people with the resources that are going to propel them forward so quickly that by the time they get into our next meeting, they go, "You guys are never going to believe all the things I've been able to do this week."
Right. But then after week after week after week, their answers are, "Guys, you will believe what just happened because of the mastermind. This is why it happens." It's so cool.
Well, and we have to tell John, set a timer, because when I ask people, "Okay, what did you take action on over since our last meeting?" the list is so long, we don't have time to hear it all.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. John has like 2 timers left and right. He's like, "I'm not sure which one to stop now." So
you currently using the watch and then using my phone, and then I have one on my computer. We're good. I've got all of them on.
You're like,
it's like one of those lap timers.
Seriously, John is such a good co-pilot because we're texting each other back and forth and just making stuff happen. And Eric, you're just holding this container for people to come and show up. And occasionally we have to show you the blue train.
That's right. Love that blue train. Love it.
I love that blue train.
So there's something I was going to mention. Interesting enough, you just brought up the fact that we are inviting a gentleman who's a marketer, digital marketing expert, and funnel builder, and just other guys amazing. And we're not going to tell you who it is. You got to come into our mastermind, check it out, and get to know these people. But here's the deal: we have him speaking at our next mastermind as a guest, as a sort of a surprise guest speaker, for about a 10 or 15 minute spot right in the beginning of the mastermind. So what's really cool is we give them a platform, a space, hold a container, a space to be able to share with our group. Because here's the deal: we want all of these resources to be able to be there at the ready, to have everyone take advantage of awesomeness, right, that we're using. So if somebody, let's say John has a great, by the way, John, I need a great podcast platform. I'm thinking about Anchor.
I'll take care of you. Okay,
cool. So like, that's what it happens is whatever you have, all these projects. And, one of our members, I won't mention his name. I almost mentioned his name. I won't mention it, but he's like, I'm a tiny bit frustrated where I want to hit this ultimate goal, but how do I get these other things? It seems like there's a lot of facets. And I gave him my technique, my training and teaching that I learned through Brian. It's a combination of Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, and a few other leaders. And what I did was I coached him on how to literally take these the ultimate goal, but then break it up into 10 different goals. And one of the goals was something like, social media marketing and getting some exposure out there. And that's where like John and I jumped in and we're like, "Oh, well, I'll show you how to do a podcast. I'll show you what the easiest steps to do." Here's the deal. And I'm going to get right in your face, guys. Here's the deal. It's about doing things that are so productive, yet with ease, right? And stop reinventing the wheel, because with 10 or 15 members and we're all circled around, well, in this space right here, virtually, we're able to collaborate so quickly and efficiently that we get shit done. It's so cool. So I want to mention that the fact that we just came up with sort of a brainstorm, like off the wall idea that I think we all voted on it and we're like, "This is awesome." So what we're doing, okay, I'm in too. So what we did was this: rather than just bringing on an individual, a friend of ours, a speaker, a leader, to come into the actual group for one of the sessions for a 10-minute spot or so, what we've decided to do is we vote them in if we want them back to like literally share like awesomeness, like do an interview and a Q&A. Then we have our resources. Like I just reach out to this individual, and I'll tell you who it is in a second. And we reach out.
Tell how that happened on accident, because that's a really funny story.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So do you want to tell it? Go ahead. We'll let you tell them.
Okay. Are you all done?
Well, now I am. Go ahead.
Like,
tell us how that happened.
Yeah. So can I tell the name?
Yeah.
Okay. So Eric decided to bring in Don Green of the Napoleon Hill Foundation to give our attendees wisdom, did a little Q&A, and it was just supposed to be this quick little 10 minutes. Hey, rah, rah, make all of our attendees feel good. And yeah, you guys made a good choice joining the mastermind. Well, he said he had to go, so he turned off his camera and his microphone, but he ended up staying on the whole time, and he liked it so much. He had such a good time hearing our attendees and hearing the banter and hearing all of the resources that he said, "Oh, sounds like you guys want me to come back." Okay, that's amazing.
That's it. Yeah. It was so cool. He literally stayed for the 90 minutes, guys. He was only on for 10 minutes in the beginning. He stayed for 90 minutes, and then he texted me immediately when I got off the live, and he said something like the text read like what Shannon just said. So it kind of sounds like you want me to come back. I'm happy to. I'm like, yeah, definitely. So here's what we're doing. So we are doing this for it's a special. It's not literally part of the actual session of the mastermind sessions. It's a bonus. And what we do is, what we do is we meet twice a month on the first, this group meets the first Monday and the third Monday of the month. So what we decided to do is in between those 2 weeks, which is coming up this Monday, which I don't know the date, I think it's June 8th, if I'm not mistaken. This Monday at 3:00 in the afternoon. Is it June 8th? I think it is.
I don't know. Let me count.
June, yeah, 1, 2, 3. All right, so June 8th on Monday at 3:00 Pacific, 6:00 East Coast, we are having a guest interview and Q&A, all right, questions and answers, with the one and only Don Green, who's the president of Napoleon Hill Foundation, which is like, what? It's like literally being on a phone call with Don Green. He's that like amazing. So it's really, really cool. We're really excited about it. Now, here's the deal. This is a bonus for the mastermind members. They don't have to be there, but they're all going to be there. They're all like, I'm in. And what we're doing is we're allowing the mastermind members to bring one guest to check it out. So it's a closed group. We're only going to have about 20 people there. But here's the cool part that I just decided. I'm deciding something.
Cool part.
Oh, I know. It's so fun. So what I'm deciding to do is this. If you would like to be in that room, okay, it's a Zoom video call, okay? If you'd like to be in that room, there's no cost, there's no charge. We're not going to charge you for it. But I'm going to allow 10 individuals for the first 10 people that email. No, let's not have them email. Let's have them touch base with Shannon, and we'll put in the text number in a second. That's what we'll do. In fact, I'll just do it right now. It's easy to do. Check this out. I showed this to Mr. John Kovac, and boom, it's already in there. Check it out. Boom. So if you text, how's this? Don't go to the Mastery University. Don't do that. Just text. You have to text.
Either way, it's going to come to my cell phone. So either yeah, it'll come straight to me. So that's the cool thing about electronics, right? Everything points to my phone.
Perfect. It all goes to her. So text, either go to masteruniversity.com or text. I suggest you guys text the word mastermind because it's really cool. So mastermind word, and it goes to that number down there, 59925. Okay, so for the first 10 people who connect with Shannon, you can do it right now, tonight, because she's up. She's right there. See, she's up right now, and she doesn't want to go watch that Heath Ledger movie anymore. So text her right now or tomorrow at the latest. We're gonna get 10 individuals, and Shannon's gonna count the first 10. Now here's the deal: if you're interested in masterminds, awesome. check it out, come in, we'll give you a chance to kind of meet some of our members and so forth, and then have a conversation with Shannon and ask her, hey, do you think this is good for me? My business, my growth pattern, what I want to do and talk about. And just to let you know, in our Habitude Warrior Mastermind, we talk about 3 major things. It's your habits, your attitude, and your business growth. And that encumbers all of your career as well as your personal. It's pretty cool. And we do it very, we do it with the Mastermind Association, which Shannon can mention as well, under the rules and guidelines. So it's really cool, guys. It's such a cool experience. But getting back to, and I'll let Shannon talk about that in a second here. Getting back to the 10, I'm opening up. By the way, you guys didn't know I was going to do that. I know you didn't. So
No.
we're going to have. I just figured, look, why don't we just open it up and have some really cool people in there to enjoy it. I mean, I don't want 50 or 100 people. I just want 30 of us to really enjoy it. So we're going to have our mastermind members. We're going to have the team leaders, which is the 3 of us. And we're going to have the mastermind members are going to bring 1 guest as well. And then we're going to have the 10 of you guys. All right. So the first 10. Oh, great. So people are, and actually, you can comment it in here if you'd like. Looks like Jason Lane Curtis says done. He's in. All right, great. I'm into the mastermind.
Jason.
Awesome. So go ahead and connect with Shannon. Shannon, do you want to give your direct information, or do you want them to just do it here? That's easier.
Yeah, just keep it up, because either way, it's going to come to my phone. So
perfect. Awesome. So Shannon,
get a hold of.
Tell us really quick about the Mastermind Association, if you could, because I love what you and Greg Reed and just the whole association is all about. I love that.
Oh, thank you. The Mastermind Association is basically, it's like the Roberts Rules of how to hold a real traditional mastermind, based on the whole Napoleon Hill idea of how do we bring together people that we admire and respect in a way that we can really learn from each other and get everybody's attention on our projects, and then also be able to serve those of us, the other people that are in the group. So it's a structured program in which every member has a turn to tell who they are and what they're working on, what their current challenge is. And then everybody else on the team gets a chance to ask clarifying questions to really understand what it is they're looking for. And then everybody gets time to give guidance to that person who's in the opportunity chair. After that, the next person goes, and then the next person goes. So everybody gets 100% attention on their project, and then they're also giving their 100% attention on everybody else in the mastermind as well. And then what happens is everybody leaves with the resources they need to take action. Yeah. And the rule is you have to take action on something, otherwise you forfeit your next turn in the opportunity chair. So whether it's taking action on wisdom and counsel that was given to you, or an idea that wisdom and counsel inspired in your mind, either way, it's about taking action, because that's where the magic is.
It really is.
And you get to be supported by really cool kick-ass people.
That's right. And you get to hang out with the really cool kick-ass Rolodex.com. So we've got a lot of people jumping in already. So Shannon, Shanwich, go ahead and just, I love that now. Take mental note that it looks like, as long as they do this quickly tonight, the first 10 get in. It looks like Jason's in, Jason Curtis. And looks like Joseph Rosales. I think Joseph is here locally in Phoenix. He runs a whole other really cool program over here. He's friends with Bill Walsh. I think that's the Joseph. So awesome, man. Come join us and talk to Shannon about joining our mastermind. It's only going to help. By the way, Joseph, here's the deal. It's only going to help collaborate more connections between our groups and your groups, and it really grows the room in a big way. It's awesome. We got Todd Su. He says he's in if we got room still. So make sure he gets in there. Boom. And Jason says, boom, he's in. That's awesome.
Well, there's a 10-minute delay between the text and when it gets to my phone. So I'm sure in 10 minutes it's going to be.
Sure. Yeah. And honestly, it's already 8 something. Shannon, I don't want to bog you down tonight. So guys on the call here, Todd and Joseph and Jason and so forth, she'll definitely get back to you definitely by tomorrow, tomorrow morning-ish or so. So awesome. I'm super excited. And just a quick reminder now, this Monday is going to be June. I'm going to check out the date. I think it's June 8th. Let me just look at the calendar while I'm, yes, it's June 8th at 3:00. and it's going to be 3 o'clock Pacific time. Now, just to let you guys know, the ones who just said, "Hey, I'm in. This is awesome. I want to do this." That's going to be a kind of a different type of meeting, right? It's not really going to be a meeting. It's a connection with the one and only Don Green coming in to teach us, to hang out with us, have a conversation with us, to, have you ask some questions. And he's a great storyteller, by the way. He's got so many he's like Dan Clark, right? He's got so many great stories that he's learned through the years, and it's a fantastic. So it's gonna be about a 45-minute, probably definitely an hour or less, but about 35-45 minutes or so, and it'll just give you kind of an idea of what kind of collaboration we're all about. You get to meet some of the members. You might get some leads, or not leads, but connections right there, that day. And then for sure, join our mastermind, because we meet the next week, basically every 2 weeks, right? It's twice a month, and talk to Shannon about that, because it's going to be a very different. It's going to be a similar experience, but a different experience, if that makes sense. All right. So I don't know how to explain that. Shannon.
The camaraderie is the same. Structure is totally different.
Yeah.
You might not get to see my little friend on Monday.
That's right. No, she's not allowed to use that. So you guys are awesome. This is so much fun. I should do more impromptus like this all the time. In fact, I have another one starting at 8:30. I'm just kidding. Any last minute comments you'd like to share? I love this. This is so much fun. I love this, guys. Last parting words. We'll start with John Kovac way over there.
Just thanks, Eric, for attracting and magnetizing so many incredible people into this world and in this circle. It makes this Rolodex want to be the most wanted Rolodex out there. And so we're just grateful to be in your presence, to hang out with you, and then also to leverage and help with all that the people that come into our circle. And I'm just super proud and excited to be a part of it. And if it just takes some facilitation on the mastermind side, being the co-op to Miss Shamwich here, and then doing that's so amazing, and it's such an awesome opportunity and an incredible, amazing honor to be a part of. So those people who just jumped in and said we're going to join us on Monday, you guys prepare to have your socks just blown off, because it is so much fun.
Wear like 2 pairs of socks. Yeah,
extra cotton thick. Those
dude, I love your decal on your hat. It's beautiful. So,
just for you, man.
You're really a habitude warrior, definitely. By the way, one of our founding members says hi, Jennifer.
Hey,
Gerald, Jennifer. She's amazing. Good to see you, Jen. Awesome. And then he says, "Hey there, what's up?" And thanks for making me smile. Love that. Thank you, Todd Su. Good to see you, buddy. And appreciate all you guys. And also shout out to Rick Denley, who's a great friend of ours, a great Habitude Warrior speaker on one of our stages. Maybe we can have him in one of the future mastermind as a guest as well. And also Doug Walls says, great opportunity. Thanks for opening it up for everyone. Oh, thank you very much. Doug, I hope you will get involved in this and join us as well. And by the way, Doug just sent me a message. It was probably just a private text. I thought pop in something about he got me the, oh, wow, it's $3,700. My kickassrolodex.com. It's $3,700. might hold off on that.
Rolodex Most Wanted.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey.
Love you back, Jen. Talk about someone who brings mind, heart, spirit everywhere to every conversation. This girl, you guys check out Jennifer. She is an amazing human.
Jennifer Gerald, definitely. So Shannon, do you want to go ahead and finish last parting words? I know John just mentioned it. What are your quick last parting words? And then, because we're up to, oh my gosh, an hour and 15 minutes, guys.
Wow, time really flew by.
Time's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I just want to say, hey everybody, and bye everybody, and love you, John, love you, Eric. I'm really excited. I feel really blessed and really grateful. And I actually put a post out yesterday on Facebook. I'm feeling so much gratitude because I really get to surround myself with the most amazing humans. I really do. And my life is so fulfilled, even when there's so much craziness going out in the world and we just don't even know from what day to the next what it's going to look like. I know that I'm loved and supported, and I get to bring that into my relationships too. I get to love and I get to support, and I get to do that because of people like you. So thank you, Eric and John, and thank you for all of the attendees in our mastermind and everybody that's in the community. And I hope I get to connect with all of you, because getting to connect is a whole human experience, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's so touching. I love what you just said, and I can't stop the live yet because more people are joining us and they're just jumping on. Jordan Michael Thomas is one of those people who needs to get in touch with Shannon to connect him onto this mastermind as well. So Jordan, you do this. Where'd it go? I'll put it up here. I can't remember where I put it. It was one of the comments, wasn't it? I'll put it here. Here it is. Boom.
You probably can have
that. Okay. Yeah, definitely do that.
59925.
That's right. There was one more thing I was going to mention, which was, gosh, it was right on the top of my tongue too. I know what I was going to say, and I'm going to use. This is perfect that the three of us are right here, right now. I was going to use Shannon as a quick example for this. So, Shannon, you may have gotten a text. I know you did. A text from me earlier today introducing you to one or two summits and interviews that I'd like to introduce you to beyond as a speaker. So hopefully you got that earlier today. And I bring that up for a point. The point is, look, guys, I'm part of a mastermind of awesome individuals. So when I hear, like, I just got off of this summit and this interview. It was an interview series about your mind and your attitude and so forth. And the gentleman after my interview, it was about an hour-long interview this morning. After that, he said, "Hey, by the way, if you know of any really great speakers," and he's like, "Look, I need really top-end, know what they're talking about to move people and transition them into growth patterns of their mindset and so forth." I was like, yeah. So what I do is I don't look outside my mastermind. I look within my mastermind. And I said, I'm referring Shannon. I'm referring John. I'm referring, Jen Leeds. I've got you coming up on one as well. So just keep that in mind. So I just want to let you know that that's one of the perks of, I don't know if it's fair or unfair, but basically, hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm going internal. It's like if you're part of a network, right? You want to network with them first to refer them to places. Does that make sense? Do you guys agree with that?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's that know, like, trust factor. You know that when you recommend somebody, that they're not only representing themselves, but they're representing you and your brand. And when we get to know each other, we get to refer each other out to other people that we know will really benefit from their wisdom.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm telling you, I'm literally, I'm just going to tell you straight out. In fact, I'm going to go full screen on this. I'm going to tell you straight out, guys, I have about, in the next 2 weeks, I'm on about 20 different interviews, speaking gigs, and some of them are paid, some of them are free. I'm offering my services, but I'm telling you, they're amazing. And they're all in the UK, the US, Canada, and Australia. Those are the 4 places that I'm really focusing right now. Okay, so if you have any other places that you'd like to refer me to, I'd love it. But come join us at this mastermind and start circling yourselves around great individuals so that the like, mind, and trust and so forth, all that's there. And we can refer each other out to these individuals as well. All right. And Crystal says, absolutely, going with in your network. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, we could talk about this all night long, so we're not going to. And I'm going to go make some food. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I love the sandwich. This is awesome. Sandwich, excuse me. I messed that up. It's amazing. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. We'll see you on Monday. And John, I think I'm seeing you tomorrow, right? Is that right?
We're gonna
mine, 12 o'clock yours, I believe.
Absolutely. Ready to jam.
I will be out here in my Zen garden area because basically I locked myself out, so I can't get in my place. No, I'm just kidding. But I'll see you tomorrow. And then there's another interview that I'm doing right after that from Canada. I'd like to refer both of you guys. Okay, so just remind me of that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you later, and I'll see you guys on Monday. And our guest is going to be Don Green. It's going to be a closed, amazing thing. I'll put this up there last say goodbye, guys, while I'm putting this up. The
Bye,
comment.
guys.
See you later, rock and roll.
See you on
That's it
Monday,
right there.
everybody.
See y'all Monday, rock and roll. Woohoo! So, guys, make sure here it is right here. So, join our Habitude Warrior Mastermind group. Although technically, I'm giving you a bonus. The bonus is this Monday you get to hang out with the one and only Don Green, who's the president of Napoleon Hill Foundation, and all you have to do is text the word mastermind to 59925, and Shannon will pick up that text. She'll email or text back and forth with you, get you all set up. The first 10 people are in, and it's a closed group. So really excited about it. All right, guys, rock and roll. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Take care, and change some people's lives. See you later.